ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We'll chant the few verses of Bhaja Govindam.
भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि रक्षति दुष्कृन्करणे मूढजहि धनागमतृष्णां कुरु सद्बुद्धिं मनसि वितृष्णाम् यल्लभसे निजकर्मोपात्तं वित्तं तेन विनोदय चित्तम् नारीस्तनभरनाभिदेशं दृष्ट्वा मागामोहावेशम् एतन्मांसवसादिविकारं मनसि विचिन्तय वारं वारम् नलिनीतलगतजलमतितरलं तत्त्वजीवितमतिशयचपलम् विद्धि व्याध्यभिमानग्रस्तं लोकं शोकहतं च समस्तम् यावद्वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निज परिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेहे वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे।
Verse number 2, we are currently studying. Moodajahihi dhanagamathrishna kurusad-buddhim manasi vitrishna. Yellabhase nijakarmopattam vittam tena vinodaya chitta. O fool, give up your thirst for aggrandizing wealth. Create in your mind the thought of reality instead of the thirst. Whatever you gain from your action, content your mind with that wealth obtained. So, the two motivations of human life. One is the acquisition, another is enjoyment. Wealth symbolizes all that the human being is trying to acquire. So acquisition, wealth implies all that the human being wants to acquire. Now, give up the desire to accumulate. Give up the desire to accumulate wealth. We can hear this advice any number of times, and we can tell this also, but at the end of the day, we believe there is something that is not right in this advice. There is something in this advice is not right. Why? Because life needs food, life needs clothes, life needs houses, life needs literature, music, art, poetry, travel, what all life needs. And all this is possible only through wealth. And then he is saying, give up the desire to accumulate wealth. when we say give up the desire to accumulate wealth, it means the misunderstanding. What people hear is, it means give up comfort, give up food, give up clothes, give up houses, give up literature, music, art, poetry, travel, give up everything. Because when you give up money, you have to give up all that which the wealth is going to provide you with. Now, if you give up all that, then what will you do? You will not know what to do. Even if you fall sick, you need money, isn't it? Even if you fall sick, you need wealth. And nowadays, how much ever wealth is there, it's not enough, especially if you are sick, isn't it? Therefore, at what is this advice? Saying that give up this desire for wealth, give up this desire for wealth. He's saying give up the thirst for acquisition, aggrandizing. First thing, acquisition has two problems at the ignorance level. You have two problems if in acquisition. That's what they're objecting to. First, in acquisition, you become vainful that you have it. Second is, you will not be prepared to lose that. Again, all acquisition, first thing, it makes you vainful, it makes you egoistic, proud. Not only it makes you egoistic, proud, vainful, also you will not be ready to lose it. Whether you like it or not, you will lose it, isn't it? Let go doesn't mean giving charity. You can't even consider a life without it. This is the second problem of acquisition. The third problem of acquisition is acquisition makes you believe everything can be purchased. Everything can be purchased. So these are all the wrong attitudes. These are all the wrong understandings a human being develops. So what is he saying? Give up the thirst for wealth means give up these wrong understandings that it is going to come as a package with wealth. As a package, something is going to come with wealth. What is it that's going to come with you as a package regarding wealth? First is it makes you, I'm repeating again, it makes you vainful. It makes you egoistic. It makes you have a false sense of security. It makes you feel a false sense of security. What is a false sense of security? You are taken care of now. You need not worry about anything. You are well taken care of. It gives a false sense of security. Because of the sense of security it gives, you will hold on to it, and by the natural law, it has to, all acquisition, you have to leave. Anything that is acquired has to be lost, is the law of life. Body is acquired. You have to lose the body at some point of time. Your body, can you keep this body for eternity, permanently? You cannot. Why? It is acquired. So all that is acquired will be lost. Why can't you be teenage forever? Why can't you be youth forever? Why don't you even mid-crisis life? Why even go through that? Why can't you be like this? You are, whether you want it or not, whether you like it or not, it keeps slipping. Why it keeps slipping? Because all acquisitions follow this natural law. A person who has developed dependency on that will go through excruciating pain and suffering. Therefore, all these great masters, all these great religions, they talk continuously about, not against wealth per se, the misunderstanding and the false sense of security that you develop around wealth. Because you consider it as so important, all this we have summarized. I said a few more things has to be said. Now I'm starting from that. Because it is so meaningful, because it is so because it is so meaningful, because you think it is so the vital component of life, what happens? The path that you take to acquire it will not matter at all, because it is so vital to you. Like they say, everything is fair in love and war, correct? It's not fair. Nothing is fair in love and war. There is dharma in love and there is dharma in war also. But then everybody says everything is fair in love and war. It means if something is so vital and important to you, you can break all rules and regulations. That breaking the rules and regulations, that breaking the law, that breaking the dharma comes back to haunt you, hurt you. When that breaking the dharma comes back to haunt you and hurt you, the person turns back and says, why me alone? Why me alone? Why me alone? Because you consider it so vital and important, the human mind doesn't bother about breaking the dharma. You see a person, you get so infatuated with the person which is called as love, the person says, lying is fair, cheating is fair, everything is fair. Is it fair? At least now we should be able to say it's not fair, no? Everything is fair in love and war means it looks so meaningful to you. It looks so vital to you. It looks so important to you. Anything that you feel vital, important, you tend to, because of the thirst. That's what he says. Mooda jahihi danagama trishna. Are you able to follow what is the word trishna means? The thirst. What is thirst? It looks so meaningful to you. It looks so vital to you. It looks so important to you. Your whole life is dependent on that. What will you do? Anything and everything that you do will appear fair. Anything and everything you do appears to be right. Vedanta comes and says, there is a law. Wealth is important. We are not saying wealth is not important. We are not saying wealth is not needed. Wealth is not, it is one of the beautiful inventions. I'm not going into the discussion, which we discussed already last. Wealth, money is one of the beautiful inventions that made life so so comfortable. But what had happened is the human mind has developed such a thirst for it, craving for it. In that craving, the person will do anything and everything. In that craving, the person says anything and everything is all right. What is that craving? Which is what I touched upon in the beginning of the session. What is the craving? Life needs money because life needs some comfort, some food, clothing, houses, everything, isn't it? Literature, music, art, poetry, travel. Even if you go to God, you need uh, your proximity to God is also decided by how much wealth you have, isn't it? Dharma darshanam, you will not get proximity to God, isn't it? You pay the ticket, you get proximity to God. So everywhere wealth is needed, sir. Wealth is needed, sir. What are you talking? What is Bhaja Govindam talking? Maybe wealth is not needed for others, but wealth is needed for me. Hmm? Another thing. Your greed will looks like need to you. The other needs will appear as greed to you. Again, your greed always appears as need. Because people come up with new terms and they justify themselves. No. What is it? What do they say? Needs has to be attended to, sir. What is the other word they use? Desire. Huh? What is the need between? I can't cater to the greed of the others, but desire, legitimate desires. Your greed will appear legitimate to you. The other needs will appear as greed to you. This misunderstanding is what he is talking about. He's saying you have wealth, you don't have wealth, is your choice. Because the Vedas have declared it very clearly. Of the four Purusharthas, of the four goals of life, wealth is, Artha is one. So from the beginning, they are not against it. But what it means is, what you will do is, in the process of accumulating external wealth, you lose your inner self. The inner poverty remains. The inner poverty goes on increasing because you are not spending any time on your inner wealth. You are so focused on the external. What happens? Your inner personality remain poor as ever. Therefore, what happens? You can never get out of it. Philosophically, why there is so much of craving, thirst? Because of the inner emptiness. Because of the inner void, because of the inner emptiness, the human mind believes that by acquiring, the emptiness can be filled. Elsewhere is going to say, isn't it? Your earning capacity goes, even the, I don't know which word to use now, because any word you use, you can be sued, isn't it? Nowadays. I don't know what word to use. He says, even the dog in your house will not respect you. Therefore, wealth is very, very, very important. You give away wealth, you will be chased to the streets. Therefore, is it not very important? Is it not very important? Is it not very important? Whatever is accumulated outside cannot be taken inside. The inner poverty will remain. This is the law. The law of wealth is whatever is accumulated outside cannot be taken inside. That is why you will have everything around you, but the inner poverty will remain. Therefore, Vedanta says it respects it, give it the right value, but don't have a thirst or craving for it. Because craving means this, what all we said. This first sentence of the verse is very easy. The second sentence of the verse is far more complicated, which is what I wanted to discuss today and then move on to the next. Whatever you gain from your action, content your mind with that wealth obtained. Whatever you gain from your action, content your mind with that thing. First thing, whatever action means it's very clear. What is it? In Vedanta, we have seen action means, at least that much we should understand now. Action means nitya naimittika karma. Constant performance of nitya naimittika karma and avoiding nishiddha karma and kamya karma. Avoiding kamya karma. So doing action means something you should do, something you should not do. So whatever your action gives you, what type of action? You keep doing your nitya naimittika karma, whatever it gives you, vinodaya chittam. Learn to be content with that. Contentment is in relation to the present. Acquisition and satisfaction and security out of acquisition is future. Again, contentment always belongs to the present, today. Acquisition and the security out of acquisition and all is that which is going to happen in the future. Therefore, what is foolishness of a human being? The future acquisition is going to determine the present contentment. That is the foolishness. Again, the future result is going to determine your present state of mind. How is it possible? It is never possible. Therefore, what happens? A human being constantly remain disturbed, agitated. Learn to be happy with whatever your nija karmana. Ellabase nija karmopaptam. Nija karmana. Nija karmana means, nija means real. Nijam means real. Tamil lo kuda nijam na enna. Even in the Tamil language, nijam means true, real. So whatever your true action, real action gives you. Now, true, nijam. What is the synonym for nijam? Satyam. What is the synonym for nijam? Nijata solriya, poi pesriya desi, isn't it? Here, nijam means, nijam is a synonym, corollary for satyam. What is satyam? Dharma is satyam. And what is dharma? Nitya do, nitya naimittika karma, avoid kamya karma and nishiddha karma. Okay, at least make an effort to do, at least make an effort to avoid the nishiddha karma. Here and there, minimum kamya karma. Put your entire focus on nitya naimittika karma. When you do this, that action will bless you with the result. Carefully follow. When you live this lifestyle, that action itself will bless you with that result. And be content with that blessing. Be content with that blessing. Are you able to follow? Instead, what happens? You break the dharma. How do you break the dharma? Now connected to the previous sentence. Because of your thirst, what will you do? Nishiddha karma you will do. Nishiddha karma will be done for acquisition, and then they'll say, first we will gather wealth, sir, prashchit and all we will do later. First we will gather enough, first we will acquire enough wealth. All the atonements and all the sins that come out of it, we will do it later. Why? Because there are so many people who will tell you what to do to get out of the sin. Go and bathe in Ganges, do this homa, do this temple, do this. All your sins are washed out. Yama is laughing at you. Yama will be laughing at you because he says, when you are coming with me, you will understand what will work, what doesn't work. All this don't. When you come with me only, you'll, at that point of time, they cry, they moan. Isn't it? At that time, they cry, they moan, they suffer. Why? Because the thirst made them to do the Nishiddha karma and avoided the Nitya Naimittika karma. Are you able to follow? You will do exactly the opposite. What ought to be the Nitya Naimittika karma would have been avoided and the Nishiddha karma would have been followed so much. Therefore, what happens? You have been doing asatyam karma. You have been doing adharma karma. And what will be the consequences of adharma karma? The consequences of adharma karma is naraka. The consequences of adharma karma is naraka, hell. But sir, in Vedanta only we have said, no, there is no hell or heaven and all. There is no hell, there is no heaven. We have heard that, we have studied and we have understood there is no hell, there is no heaven. Correct? There is no hell as in a geographical place. There is hell as in karmic consequences. Remember, there is no hell as in a geographical place. There is a thing called karmic. There is a thing called karmic consequence, and that karmic consequence will take you to a place. That karmic consequence that is taking to a place is called hell. Ganesh, Purida, you do a karma, and that karma will take you to a place. So that place that you reach because of your karmic consequence is called heaven or hell, swarga or naraka. It means what? Now you are ordering your place. Now you are securing your place. Now you are fighting for a place where Palatur, Naraka or Swarga? Mixer, sir. Sometimes Swarga, sometimes Naraka. So it is mixed place we are in. A mixed place. Don't worry. Mixed place, now you will be stuck here only, isn't it? Because this is mixture, a mixture. Are you able to follow? So, contentment, people don't understand. Remember this law. People always believe growth can happen only when you are discontented. Growth can happen only when you are unhappy about your present. Sir, if I am so contented, why will I? What will be the motivating factor to grow then? Therefore, if you have to grow, what is a necessary condition for life? Be unhappy, discontented. Remember the law. Remember this law. Your tomorrow is going to come out of your today. You plant the seed of discontentment today. What will you reap tomorrow? You can't expect to plant the seed of discontentment today and reap contentment tomorrow. It is like planting bitter neem seed and expecting mango tree to come out of it. You plant a neem seed, what will come out of it? Neem tree alone will come out of it. You plant discontentment today, what will come tomorrow? Discontentment alone will happen. Therefore, irrespective of the quantum of wealth that you have, discontentment doesn't leave. You're able to understand now? Because of your intelligence, you may acquire wealth. Because you have planted the seed of discontentment today, what will not leave you? Contentment will not come. At that point, the person come and ask, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? You went wrong in what? The wealth, which is a means to an end, you took it as an end. Wealth is a means to an end. What is the means that wealth is for? What is the means? As a grihastha, your nitya karma is dhanam. Your nitya karma, not naimittika karma. Your nitya karma is to do dhanam. But dhanam is only an attitude, no sir. Actually, I need not give, no. Is dhanam an attitude or is dhanam giving? Is dhanam a mental attitude or is dhanam giving? The proof of dhanam is in giving. The proof of attitude is in giving. If there is no giving happening, if there is no giving happening, it means there is no attitude for Dharma. No, I want to give, sir, but I get very irritated if somebody comes and asks me anything, isn't it? I will tell people I am a giver, but nobody should come and ask me anything, because the moment somebody comes and asks me, I get very irritated, frustrated. Huh? You follow? Vittam tena vinodaya chittam. Vittam tena. The law of life is very simple, straightforward. You understand it, it's very easy. If you don't understand it, it looks like curse. Educate your mind. Happiness or peace or contentment or security is not on what you possess. Happiness, peace, contentment, security is not dependent upon what you possess. It is dependent upon how dharmic you are. Again, I repeat, peace, security, happiness, contentment, independence, these are all we are seeking. I think we discussed this. In the introduction to Bhaja Govindam, we discussed that. Peace, security, happiness, contentment, freedom. Is that what we are constantly seeking for? Now, all this doesn't come through possessions. All this comes through dharma. And when you do dharmic actions, there is a byproduct. Wealth is the byproduct. And that wealth be contented with. And that wealth be contented with. Vedic prayer, Purusha Sukta. I keep repeating it. Any number of times I have repeated it. Hrischate Lakshmischa Patniyau. When you lead a dharmic life, wealth and prosperity will be at your doorsteps waiting to attend on you. Instead of you chasing it, they will come to you. And when they come to you, that's called Lakshmi. Lakshmi, Shri. She is so beautiful. Wealth can sit on you beautifully. Wealth can sit on you ugly. Wealth can sit on you so light. Wealth can sit on you with worry and anxiety and pressure. Are you able to follow? When will wealth sit on you beautifully? When dharma. What is dharma? Nitya naimittika karma. Nitya naimittika karma. Avoiding nishidha karma. Learn to be happy. Chittam vinodaya tena. Vittam chittam vinodaya tena. Learn to be, educate your mind through this knowledge and let the mind be happy through this education. Educate your mind through this knowledge and let your mind find happiness through this knowledge and understanding, but not through the delusion regarding wealth. So all that we discussed last week and this week is what? The delusion regarding wealth. What is the delusion that a human being has towards wealth? Urusad buddhim manasi vitrishna. Instead of vitrishna, develop contentment. The mind can be having the thirst, insatiable craving, or it can be contented. Now, contentment cannot come through possessions. Contentment cannot come through acquisitions. Contentment comes through knowledge. And what is knowledge? What is knowledge? The effort that you put to live a dharmic life is knowledge. Knowledge, not classroom. Knowledge doesn't mean you come to the class, this will happen. Sunil, you can keep coming to the classes, nothing will happen. To the speaker also nothing happens. To the listener also nothing happens, isn't it? Because knowledge doesn't mean these words. What is knowledge? Knowledge means all that you hear, you try to put it into practice. In that way, knowledge helps. Knowledge helps doesn't mean information helps. Knowledge helps means it will give the mind the conviction to put it into practice. Knowledge is that which gives you the conviction to try it out into practice. Moola jahihi dhanagama trishna. Agama means that is yet to come. Agama means, have you heard this word agama before? Where? Sanchita prarabdha agami, yet to come. That which is yet to come, you are so dependent upon. That which is yet to come, you are so dependent upon. What is that yet to come? That's what Swami says. If I get it, I'll be happy. If I have this, I'll be happy. If I have this, I'll be happy. But what about what you have now? That is of no, that is of no use. It is like the child jumping from one toy to the other toy. It is like the child jumping from one toy to the other toy. The Dharma Shastra talks about ways of acquiring wealth. The Dharma Shastra talks about ways of acquiring wealth. The adhama means straight away naraka. What is it? Straight away naraka? Stri vittam. Stri vittam means dowry. If there is a transaction for marriage, that is adhama. You will go to naraka, straight away naraka. Marriage will be a naraka henceforth, isn't it? Because that person will become like an object that is purchased. No. What respect they have? Or what thing you have? Are you able to follow? So, Sri Vittam Adama. Slightly better than that is how much ever law also says dowry is wrong, but still it is happening. No. Law can say whatever it wants, but who's going to follow? Nobody. Inherited wealth is adama. Living on inheritance is adama. Inheritance means, what is inheritance? Somebody did the work and use it and what? Burn it up, isn't it? Somebody earns it, you will burn it. That is called, correct? That's what happens. The first generation, second generation, Tamil they say, isn't it? Vayakatti, Vaitakatti, isn't it? Means if they will go through hunger and starvation and pain and all that to save and save and save and save and give, and what that fellow will do? What that fellow will do? Just to blow it up, isn't it? Just to blow it up, isn't it? Perfect teamwork, sir. Yesterday somebody was telling me teamwork. I said, what is teamwork? I earn, you spend. One person will be earning, another person will be spending. What is Uttama? The wealth that you earn out of Dharma. The wealth that you earn out of Dharma is, correct, sir. All that I have is my dedicated hard work. It is Dharma, no, sir. I work very sincerely in the office. I work very dedicatedly. If they tell me to work for 12 hours, I work for 15 hours, isn't it? So dedicatedly, so sincerely I work and I have earned my wealth. Therefore, what I have perfectly fits under what? Ram Subramaniam. What you have fits under perfectly what? Dharmika. Dharmic, sir. Everybody thinks like that. And they will look at others and say, everybody earns wealth through Adama method, and I alone earns through Dharma. In spite of me being dharmic and earning it, why am I still suffering? Why am I still in worry? Why am I mentally disturbed, agitated, feeling always a sense of insecurity? What will happen? What will happen? What will happen? Insecurity means the law is violated. Insecurity, if you feel a sense of insecurity, the law is violated. What is the law? Dharma is violated. The law is very clear. The law makes you understand point blank without any, I don't know, mercilessly the law makes you understand, I am there, obey me. Mercilessly the law will make you aware. How does it make you aware? Insecurity. In spite of everything, there is a constant sense of insecurity. Develop Kurusat Buddhim Manasi Vitrishna. Develop healthy thought. What is healthy thought? Nitya Naimittika Karma I will do. Attitude of contentment. What is attitude of contentment? Please understand. You don't make an effort to get contented. You do Nitya Naimittika Karma. Contentment follows it. Again, what should I do to be contented? Are able to follow? You don't do an action to get content, or you can't do anything specific to feel contented. If I go on a holiday, will I be contented? If I go to a movie, will I be contented? If I come and sit in a classroom like this, will I be contented? Contentment comes when you do Nitya Naimittika Karma. Follow that. Therefore, it is very clear. What is he saying? They are not against wealth. They are not against wealth. They are against the misunderstanding that you have towards wealth. How do you understand this? Even in Bhagavad Gita, we read that. Chapter 9, verse number 22, the geometrical center of Bhagavad Gita, as they say. Verse number 22, chapter 9, geometrical center of Bhagavad Gita. Ananya Chintayanto Mame Janav Paryupasate Tesham Nitya Viyuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. I give you yoga, I give you kshema. Kshema will be given, yoga will be given. It means what? Security, as in the internal state of mind, will also come. Wealth, as in for food, clothing, housing, shelter, arts, music, literature, travel, etc., that will also come. Yoga and Kshema. Yoga means the inner state of mind. Kshema means the prosperity. So both will come to you. To whom? To those who worship me alone. Worshipping God means following his law. Obeying the law that he has given is worshipping God. Worshipping God doesn't mean I go and fall at the feet of an idol. I can go and fall at the feet of the idol and not obey the law. The idol cannot do anything. I obey the law and may not even know there is a thing called an idol. You will still be protected. Because Ananya Chinta. Are you able to follow? Ananya Chintayanto ma mejana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yoga kshemam vahamyaham. So, to summarize this verse in one word, to summarize, don't bring in cause and effect relationship between wealth and peace, security, happiness. What is the formula? Understand it like the formula. When you sit for your reflection, you expand it in your head. What is the formula? Don't bring in cause and effect relationship. What is cause and effect relationship? Wealth is the cause, peace, security, happiness is the effect. Don't bring in that cause and effect relationship. Technically, it's called Karya Karana Sambandha. Don't bring in the cause and effect relationship with this. Fool. Oh, fool. And what is the definition of foolishness? We have seen that. And what is the and who is the fool? One who chooses to remain in ignorance and causes self-suffering is a fool. Who is a fool? A fool is one who comes to suffer from one's own ignorance. One's own ignorance means the human being continues to remain in foolishness. A person continuing to remain in ignorance. So, the choice that you make to remain in ignorance is what makes you addressed as a fool. Where you have the capacity to gain this knowledge and understanding and move on, a person chooses to remain foolish. How do you choose to remain foolish? By remaining in ignorance. And what is ignorance? Cause and effect relationship. Wealth is the cause, peace, security, happiness is the result. Since wealth is the cause, you develop trishna and unsatiable craving for wealth. Because you have developed the craving, anything and everything that you do to acquire wealth becomes legitimate. You may call it legitimate, but what decides whether it is legitimate or not? It is the law. It is the law. And that law is what is called as Dharma. Renounce Trishna. It didn't say renounce Artha. He didn't say renounce Artha. He says renounce Trishna. Abada, thank you, sir. Now only you said something appealing. It means I will get rid of the craving and I'll keep the wealth and I'll get rid of the craving. Isavasya Upanishad. Magrida kasya sviddhanam. Isavasyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjitam magrida kasya sviddhanam. Tena tyaktena bhunjitam. Tena tyaktena bhunjitam means you want to be happy, you want to be peaceful, you want to feel secure, renounce. Give up. Magrida kasya sviddhanam. Magrida kasya sviddhanam means how to understand this dhanam. It gives you garvam. Dhana, jana, yavana, garvam. You understand that? It gives garvam. In Patanjali, Yama Niyama, one of the important aspect of Niyama is Asteyam. Asteyam literally people translated as non-stealing. Any result that you get out of adharma is stealing. Stealing doesn't mean you go and pickpocket. Stealing means all that is any acquisition that has come to you, any unfair deal. Understand this. Asteyam means any unfair deal. Any benefit that you get through the unfair deal comes under stolen benefit, whether people recognize it or not. Why they do that? Because of the trishna for wealth. Are you able to follow the connection? Because of the trishna for wealth, they do this. Never possess anything that does not legitimately belong to you. If you understand this, if you accept this, the next question is, what is it that is legitimately belonging to you? Again, never possess anything which does not legitimately belong to you. If you say yes to it, then the next question is what? Srikanth. What is it that legitimately belong to you? Ashtavakra taught this to Janaka. Other than ignorance, nothing belongs to you. Ashtavakra taught this to Janaka. Remember that? That's why we keep repeating all these stories so that you can correlate all, you can connect all that. Janaka, Ashtavakra said, I will teach you. Pay my fees first. Guru Dakshina, pay my Guru Dakshina first, then I will teach you. Janaka said, no, it is against the tradition. Teaching happens first and Guru Dakshina comes. What type of modern education you are doing? Pay the fees first, and whether after paying the fees, whether the student comes or not, it's not the problem of the teacher because fees is paid already, isn't it? That is modern education. Gurukula education, ordinarily you teach first and then whatever the student chooses to give, you take. Why are you asking for Guru Dakshina first? Ashtavakra said, I don't know about your tradition and all, that I don't care about it. The way that I will teach you, Janaka, at the end of the teaching, you will get enlightened. After enlightenment, what Guru Dakshina can you give? Therefore, pay now, give now. Janaka thought legitimate argument. Correct. So, what is it that you, okay, what is it that you want? Janaka is asking Ashtavakra, what is it that you want? Ashtavakra said, forget what I want, tell me what you have. What all list you have, you think that's legitimately yours. Are you able to follow what is he teaching? Purida? Tell me what you have. What Janaka should have said straight away? Nothing. But he gave a list because he thought it is legitimately his. I will give you wealth. He said wealth belongs to the state. Because from where you got the wealth? From the taxes. And taxes is for what? For the welfare of the state. How can you take that tax and give it to me? Stealing it is. So I don't want. Kingdom I'll give you. Kingdom is not yours. It's not. You are a guardian. You are a custodian. You are a trustee. And a trustee cannot claim ownership. A trustee cannot claim ownership. But today, all owners keep the name of the trustee just for namesake, isn't it? Deep in their head, they believe they are the owners. Therefore, the second, so everything that Janaka kept on saying, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Ashtavakra kept on saying, it's not yours, it's not yours, it's not yours. Then finally, what is yours? Muda jahihi. The muda is what you legitimately have. Get rid of that. Shikitvaja and Chudala in Yoga Vasishta. That's why I keep repeating the stories. At least the stories you will remember. Shikitvaja and Chudala in Yoga Vasishta. Shikitvaja, the king. Who has heard the story of Chudala already? Raise your hand. Who has already heard the story? Everybody has heard, correct. Because now I say, who has not heard? No, everybody's raised. Now I have to ask, who has heard the story? Everybody raises, isn't it? Chudala went to save the king, Shikitvacha, because he wants moksha, realization he was working for. He gave up everything because he wrongly understood Bhaja Govindam second verse. Muda jahihi danagama trishna kurusat buddhim manasi vitrishna. He misunderstood what he thought. He dropped everything and run away. He will attain moksha. So he dropped everything and ran away and sat in the forest. Chudala, the enlightened person, knew that is not the way. You don't get anything like that. So she wanted to go and help the king, the husband. She went. Shikitvaja, the king, falls at her feet, saying, My tapas is fructified now because a wise person like you have come to save me. Teach me Brahma Vidya. Teach me this Vedantic knowledge. You say Vedantic knowledge you want? Very simple. Give up. Give up. That's all. Vedantic knowledge is very simple. Give up. விட்டுருங்கோ அவ்வளோதான். கிவ் அப்னா என்ன அர்த்தம் சைலேஷ்? கிவ் அப்னா வாட் டஸ் இட் மீன்? हिंदी? What is the word in Hindi? Give up का छोड़ दो वाह. हाँ छोड़ दो. हाँ I don't know. छोड़ दो उठूंगो. And when you drop, how you should drop? If somebody gives you burning charcoal, how will you drop? I will gradually drop, sir. Bit by bit, I will drop. Will you? How will you drop a burning charcoal if somebody gives you burning charcoal on your hand? What? How will you drop, Vijay Rangan? I have a 15-year plan of dropping, sir. Yeah, this month I will drop this much. What charcoal? Your hand will be burnt. How will you drop? You will just English they say no hot potato, isn't it? You drop like the hot. Drop like the hot potato. You drop. That is Vedanta. Chudala taught Shikidvaja. Shikidvaja said, you don't know what all I have dropped already. Nothing he has dropped. Huh? That's why because he's thinking it is legitimately his. He's thinking legitimately it is his. That's why he's still having a list of what all he dropped. I dropped the kingdom. I dropped this. I had a beautiful, respectful, affectionate wife. Because nowadays you can't say obedient wife, isn't it? If you use the word obedience, again you will be sued. Oh my God, which word to use only? It's so scary nowadays to talk. What? Oh, you are. Why are you not saying obedient husband? Why do you have to use the word only obedient? Oh, okay, obedient partner. Okay, isn't it? Partner can be male, female, no anything. So he says, why obedient, respectful partner? Everything I have given up. What more you want me to give up? Chudala says, you have given up nothing. You have given up nothing, you have given up. He reflected, what more I still have? He still had a hut and a few vessels. He burnt the kutir, the hut. He threw the vessels in the river, came and stood. Is it okay? He turned back and said, nothing. Give up. Nothing you have given up. He thought, what more that I have to give up? The last pair of clothing. He threw that also away. Stood naked in front of that lady, saying, is this enough? She said, nothing. You have given up nothing. Give up. Now, what more to give up? The body is still there. So he said, I'll give up the body also. So he collected woods, lit the fire, and he was about to enter the fire. Chudala said, answer my question and enter. What are you doing? I'm going to give up my body. I'm going to give up my body. After the body enters into fire, what happens to the body? It turns into ashes. And she asked a beautiful question. Whose ashes? That fellow should have said, I don't know, isn't it? That fellow should have said, I don't know. Nah, should have become a wise man already. But he said, whose ashes? He said, my ashes. The body is gone. The wealth is gone. The last pair of clothing is gone. Everything is gone. What is it that is thinking it as? Mine. Tena tyaktena bunjitam. Acquisition make you to believe these things are legitimately yours and you have a right over them. Foolishness is You believe that it is legitimately yours, and you believe that it is legitimately yours. No, because you believe it is legitimately yours, you think you have a right over them. Legitimacy means right, no? This is my right. This is my right. Patient's right. Doctor's right. Students' right. Teachers' right. Husband's right. Wife's right. Employer's right. Employee right. Parents' right. Children's right. Everything is right, 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 right. Life is wrong, isn't it? Everything around you is right. But what has gone wrong? The life has gone. Why? Because of this. Magrida Asya Siddhan. Acquisition makes you to believe it is legitimately yours. Instead, what is the right way then? Make use of it, be thankful to it, and when it leaves, say goodbye. When it is there, with you, use it conscientiously. When it is available to you, use it conscientiously. And when it leaves, say thank you. Yeah. சந்தோஷமா போயிட்டு வாங்க சொல்லும், isn't it? When you say leaving, that you should say leave with santosha, isn't it? Not crying, not worrying, not worrying. Santosha, isn't it? Santosha. I'll tell you, I have seen many Indian weddings. Many Indian weddings. After the Mangalya has happened, one lot will start crying, isn't it? The girl will cry, the girl's parents will cry, boys' parents also will cry, isn't it? Crying, crying, crying. You know, one man in my life I didn't see crying, he congratulated me. I thought maybe he's passed on something to me, I thought. After the marriage, oh my God, the way my father-in-law came and hugged me. He came and hugged me. So he was so happy, so happy. I actually thought, Sunil, for a second, I thought, why is this man? Because the norm is you should cry, no? Narayana, what is the norm? You should cry, isn't it? So happy, so happy. I thought this man is really knowing one or two things about life. Santosha, you follow? See, you bring up, it is there with you for so long, you put your heart and soul, each and everything you have done, and when it leaves, how you should say goodbye? That is the right way of dealing with it. Are you able to follow? When you are with it, you deal with it conscientiously. And when it leaves you, you say goodbye thankfully. The thankfulness when it leaves you and conscientiously using it when you have it in abundance is called Dharma, the right way of dealing with wealth. Now, we said what is the right way of dealing with wealth? First is abundance. Dharmic way of earning it, even though in quantity it may look small, the Dharma backing it make you feel you are in abundance. Remember that? We always say there are two attitudes you can have about life. One is limited resources, another is abundance. You can have two attitudes about life. One attitude is life is limited resources. Another attitude about life you can have, another understanding about life you can have is life is abundance. Quantity wise, it's not abundance. It is Dharma backing it. Howsoever little you have, you feel it abundance. Not only you feel it abundance, you will want to share that also. You will want to share. That sharing is niyama asteyam. Able to follow. So with wealth, we saw everything about wealth we were reading. What is it that we are studying everything about wealth? What does it mean first? Now I am summarizing. Wealth is a commodity that is useful for exchange. Wealth is a commodity that is used for exchanging goods. Exchanging goods. Remember, the human being wants to sell the cow and buy a horse. It will be a lifetime, it will be a lifetime project for him, isn't it? Why? Because he has to find another person who's interested in, who should have a horse, who's interested in selling the horse, and who should be interested in buying your cow. Correct? So, what is wealth? Wealth is that which is a very useful tool for exchange of goods. It is very useful tool. That is wealth. But karya karana sambandha it doesn't have. What is the cause and effect relationship? Wealth will give you peace, security, happiness, contentment, knowledge, freedom, independence, etc. Wealth will not give you that. 3. The essential aspect of wealth and the non-essential aspect of wealth. 4. It can give you a misunderstanding that everything can be purchased. Everything can be purchased. Everything can, you have wealth, sir. Everything can be purchased. Swiggy will come to your doorstep. Zomato will come to your doorstep only if you have it, isn't it? Therefore, since everything can be purchased, everything can be, you follow. We have 3 goddesses, isn't it? We have 3 goddesses. Navaratri. 3 goddesses we have. Wisdom, wealth, health. These are the 3 requirements. Wisdom is a requirement. Wealth is a requirement. Health is a requirement. See, wisdom means maturity. You understand, you can't afford to get mature later. You have to become mature now. Maturity is something that you cannot postpone to future. Maturity should happen now. That maturity is called wisdom. For that maturity, wisdom, who do we worship? Saraswati we worship. Goddess Saraswati. For wealth, Lakshmi. For health, Durga. Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. Health, wealth, wisdom. Health, wealth, wisdom. First thing, minimum health is required. No, to do anything and everything, health. Therefore, first health. And then wealth. But health and wealth will give you garvam. Ma kuru dhana jana yavvana garvam. You're going to say later on the same verse, but Govindam. Health and wealth without maturity will lead to garvam. Garva means a pride, a vain, a pride, a vainful attitude. Therefore, by living a life of legitimacy, dharma, whatever wealth will come to you. And when that wealth come to you, irrespective of the quantity of the wealth, the quality of it is so high, and it is the quality that brings contentment. Is the quantity of wealth brings contentment or the quality brings contentment? It is the quality. And how does wealth becomes qualitatively better? By dharma. whatever legitimate actions you get, be content with what you have. Contentment is that which is related to the present. Happiness is that which is related to the future. Therefore, be contented in the present so that you have a so that you are free, so that your future is also contented. This is what we studied with this verse. Moda jahihi dhanagama trishna kurusad buddhim manasi vitrishna ellabase nija karmo patam vittam tena vinodaya chittam. This is verse number 2. Bhaja Govindam. Yeah, there is a clarification. We'll take up the clarification. Yes.
So on the one hand, you are saying contentment is of the present.
Yes.
And then on the other hand, you said knowledge drives the action.
Yes.
Dharmic way of living is practiced.
Yes.
Dharma makes one feel abundance regardless of the quantum it produces.
Yes.
Contentment follows.
Yes.
So follows means after all this action, contentment is following.
Yes.
This contentment is also of the present.
Yes.
So how does it reconcile?
Yeah. The question is, if contentment is the result of dharma, following a dharmic life, how can contentment be in the present? Is a clarification, correct? That's why I said the very contentment is performance of nitya naimittika karma. The very performance of nitya naimittika karma in the present will bring a contentment. Are you able to follow? The very performance of nitya naimittika karma in the present will bring a contentment, and that nitya naimittika karma itself will bless you with wealth, and that wealth be contented with. Are you able to follow? I said it. So the very doing nitya naimittika karma itself brings contentment in the present. How to be contentment? How to be contented in the present? Don't look at the quantum of your wealth to get contentment. That's the mistake. Contentment will never come with the quantum. Contentment comes through doing nitya naimittika karma. You do nitya naimittika karma, there is a content. Are you able to follow? And that doing nitya naimittika karma will produce karma phala, no? That's the law. Karma will give an action. Karma will produce karma phala. There cannot be an action without a consequence. Therefore, what is the consequence of nitya naimittika karma? Krischate lakshmischa patnyau. Contentment in the future. Therefore, you are contented now and you are contented in the future too. That's how it works. You able to follow? Yeah.
So at one stage we seek wealth because we need to do nitya naimittika karma.
Yes.
And another stage is where you don't seek wealth. Is it like that? Because you said that wealth is a means to the end. So it means I should be willing to drop it if required. Means at what stage I have to drop the wealth or seeking of the wealth?
The question is, at what stage should I drop seeking the wealth? At any point of time, you cannot drop seeking it. You can only, you have to be very careful about the methodology that you are adopting. It's not seeking wealth. That's what we said 2 sessions. Are you able to follow? It's not about seeking the wealth. It is about the methodology that is adopted to what has to be dropped. The wrong methodology has to be dropped. What has to be adopted? The right methodology has to be adopted. Are you able to follow? What has to be dropped? What has to be taken up? The wrong methodology has to be dropped. The right methodology has to be taken. What is the right methodology? Nitya naimittika karma. Are you able to follow? The nitya naimittika karma, swadharma karma is part of your nitya naimittika karma. When you do your swadharma actions as a grihastha, as a person of family householder, what will come? Wealth will come. Are you able to follow what I am saying? Therefore, you don't drop it. You only change. What do you change?
You don't drop seeking.
You don't drop seeking it. You drop the wrong methodology, you drop. The moment you drop the wrong methodology, you will understand you don't have to seek it, it will come. You can't consciously drop seeking it. You can change the methodology. When you change the methodology from adharma to dharma, you will understand that you need not seek wealth anymore. Wealth will come and seek you. Krishyate Lakshmischa Patniyau. Wealth and prosperity will be at your doorsteps. Is it okay? Yeah. Ram Subramaniam. Solunga.
Hari Om, sir.
Yeah.
So we spoke about how wealth is helpful in moving away from barter system, right? So we see it as a helpful tool. So
Yes.
my question, sir, is it is about different currencies. So I want to understand about Vedanta's perspective on different currencies. So I will just give two examples for this.
Yeah.
The same task, the same quantum of work,
Yes.
there is a different monetary value when we look at different currencies.
Yes.
Even for the same volume of food, say a loaf of bread,
Yes.
when you attach currency angle to it, there's a different monetary value to it. When one loaf of bread was $2 in US,
Yes.
in Zimbabwe, because of political turmoil and all that, it was 8 million whatever units in Zimbabwe, and
Yes.
it was like huge inflation and things like that. So even if you take, for example, some IT work or some other work, right, it is treated differently in say US and India. There is a different monetary value for the same task.
Yes.
So my question, to summarize, sir, my question is, what is your view? What is Vedanta's view on the differences brought in by different currencies, sir?
What is Vedantic view on the methodology of pricing? That's what you are asking.
Not exactly pricing, sir, but see, US has made dollar the main thing in after Second World War, right? As much as we are talking in English, the British made English the medium of communication. US made dollar the medium of transaction, right? So after Second World War, so because
Life
of
is
that,
doing much better, no, because of that. Do we go back? Did we went back to bullock carts and Stone Age because of that?
no, we didn't, sir,
Don't
but
get into the politics now. We are not discussing. Vedanta has no time for politics here. That is politics. We are saying on what basis one loaf of bread in Zimbabwe pricing, on what basis? What is the basis that you say 1 in 20 rupees in one country, 200 rupees in another country? What is Vedantic opinion on that? Vedantic opinion is all this is madness, human madness. It is humanity madness, this is. That's all. Mooda Jahihi. It's not my opinion, huh? Ram Subramaniam. Shankaracharya's opinion, Vedanta opinion, you asked. What is Vedantic opinion? This is absolute madness. Yeah, of course it is. Why? Why it is done? Why it is done?
to show that maybe politically one is more powerful than the other, maybe.
No, greed. You want more money. You want more money. You, you work for your customer. The customer must pay you according to what all your greeds are. You have 200 greeds. And who has to pay for your greed? Universal. This is the universal madness. Everybody is greedy, and who should pay for your greed? You have to pay for my greed, I have to pay for your greed. If both stop becoming greedy, there's no problem. Universally, there is a greed. What is the greed? I said it in between the sessions also, I said, my need looks very legitimate to me. Owning a private jet may look very legitimate to me. But if I see somebody wanting to own a private airport, I will say, how greedy. Isn't it? One person says, oh my God, how greedy it is to own a private jet when I can't even afford a car, fully paid car straight away without EMI. So the person who's having a jet will look like a greedy person in the eyes of the person who wants a car. The person who wants a car will look greedy in the eyes of the person who wants a motorcycle. The person who wants a motorcycle will look, so down the line, who's greedy, who's not greedy? The entire humanity is functioning on one thing. What? Greed. What is the greed? The trishna, the thirst for acquisition. No animal bothers about acquiring and keeping it for the future generations. Only a human being is so worried. See, who should be insecure in life? See, not even rains are coming, isn't it? One fellow said rains will come in Chennai Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Immediately what we should do, sir? Stock enough vegetables, stock enough provisions. What? Are we going to be suffering for 300 years that we have to stock all that? 3 days. Are you able to follow? Greed. And that fellow will talk about all this. So Vedantic opinion about is what? Vedantic opinion is very clear. The entire whole lot of humanity is functioning on greed. Trishna. Muda jahihi danagama trishna. It is trishna that makes all human beings act. Collectively, one fellow will rule at one point of time. That's all. This is the cycle of life. What do? We don't, we understand that also. You follow? Therefore, what is this differences due to? The differences is due to because of the greed. Are you able to follow?
Yes.
Politics is greed. Acquisition is greed. War is greed. Is there any winner in any war?
No.
War means both will lose. Have we stopped fighting? Okay, I may not throw bomb, but I will fight with my neighbor. No. I may have a war with my neighbor. I may not go and throw a bomb in another house, but I fight with so fighting as such never left the humans. Fighting as such never left the human core. The violence. Where is it coming from? Are you able to follow? So there are certain things that are so unique to human being that cause disturbances only to human being. What is it? The greed, the violence. We can give it a coloring. Any coloring we can give. But the law doesn't worry about the words that we invent and justify it. Law says, you have brought in pain, you will face pain. Take it. Or you can leave it also. You are not leaving it, Ram Subramaniam, I know. You give pain, you will be blessed with pain. You give peace, security, happiness, you will be blessed with peace, security, happiness. This is the law. Are you able to follow?
Yes.
So what is Vedantic take on all these things? It is Trishna. It is greed. See, Adhama, I didn't say that. I said various ways of Adhama. No. Dharma Shastra, the most adharmic way is loan. The most adharmic way according to Vedas, Vedanta Shastra is loan. Today, you have to get a PhD in what? In justifying how loan is correct. You'll get a PhD on what? Economy grows only by loan, borrowing. Is there anybody who doesn't borrow? Borrowing. Are you able to follow? Greed. Why do you have to borrow? Greed. So violence, greed, these are all the root of the problem, irrespective of the politics, economics, who did that, Englishman did that, white man did that, black person did that, brown person did that. All these are, somebody is a victim, somebody is a victor, somebody is a perpetrator, somebody is a perpetrated. This is cycle. A victim will become victor at another time. The victor will become a victim at another time. We understand this in the cycle of life, we understand that. What should a human being get freedom from? Greed, violence. Are you able to follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. With this, we conclude for today. We'll continue with verse number 3 next class.